Hello everyone, my name is Lowko, and welcome to a new StarCraft II cast. This time it's going to be none other than me, spotting in the bottom left corner of, I believe this map is called Howling Peak, if I'm not mistaken. And my opponent for this game is going to be a pretty well-known player. He was currently the rank 3 in the Grandmaster League division when playing this game, and it's none other than Dragon. Currently he's teamless, if I'm not mistaken. He used to be a Millennium, and way back, I remember he was actually in Vera, if I'm not mistaken, but he is really one of the most popular streamers when it comes to StarCraft II Terrans, and he's one of those Korean guys that actually speaks a little bit of English, but that gets trolled quite a lot by his viewers, especially, and when he uses Google Translate to kind of translate some disgusting things that the viewer said. But anyway, it's going to be a Zerg versus Terran versus one of the best Terrans that is currently playing Heart of the Swarm, Dragon is well known for, like, showing up with all kinds of weird faces when he's playing. Like, his mouth drops open, and he just kind of makes weird faces when he's playing. And I actually watched the VOD after this game, and I actually did manage to make his jaw drop a bunch of times, so I'm really proud of that. However, let's go into the game. Looks like I'm just going to open up fairly standard, going to hit one drone out for scouting purposes, just because I feel like that's kind of necessary right now in Zerg vs Terran, if you don't want to make any Zerglings early on. However, I'm just gonna make a early hatchery as well. There we go. I'm actually sending out my 15 hatchery. Pretty standardly timed. Should be able to create this hatchery right in time. There we go. Hatchery already going down. Whereas on the other side of the map, we actually see him going for a barracks. Completely standard play so far. No gas gauges being taken, which is something that some players are actually doing right now. I've actually been playing a bunch of Terrans that will open up with Reapers, especially because of the new combat drugs upgrade that the Reapers have. They will be able to regenerate health outside of combat, but looks like Dragon is not going to opt for that. He's instantly going to go for an orbital command, as well as making one marine, most likely going to actually expand right after it. Here we go. It's actually already sending it out in SCV, and the big thing right here is, will I be able to scout this or not? I'm actually going to move out a little bit with this drone and send it back, even though I know the marine is out right there, but I need to check if there's a base up, and there we go. Actually see everything that is going on. He doesn't manage to see my my drone because he's shooting down at those unbuildable rocks, and it looks like everything is going pretty standard so far. If I wouldn't have seen this command center going down, it would probably be another barracks somewhere on the map, because or of course a command center in the high ground right here. But I saw pretty much everything that he was doing, so right now I can make up for a really standard game. So here we go. My spawning pool finished, my hatchery finished. Going to instantly actually just throw up double queening as well. No gas guys is being taken by me just yet. Just going to drone up, most likely gonna start a few Zerglings just in case I need to do some scouting, because you know, you never know when he moves out. But as you can see by the new overlay, I'm having currently 16 workers in my main mineral line, as you can see by this little 16 out of 24, which is the perfect number on minerals for each base right here. Needing a little bit more in my natural right here, about 10 more. This little overlay right here is actually making it a lot easier to actually know how many drones you got. But here we go, my first queens are already out, going to instantly start 2 more. Whereas on the other side of the map, we see double gas being taken, as well as the third command center already being built inside of the main base of Dragon. And he's also going to start a bunker relatively easy, or relatively early rather. And so far, he's not really doing anything weird just yet. The third command center is really greedy, but a lot of Terran players are doing that nowadays. And I believe with properly placed bunkers, they will be able to hold most of it. However, I did scout he went for a I did scout that he went for a 1 Rex expand, and at that point I can do 2 things. I can let him take that base, no problem, and just macro out of it and take a relatively early third base myself, or I can do both and just wait a little bit with droning up and instead going for some roaches early on. So here we go. Looks like I actually did decide to dead a roach war, and also starting my Zergling speed as well as the third base right now. Once again, I got those 2 Zerglings out on the map, so what I'm going to do is just poke in a little bit, see what is going on, see how many bunkers there are. Looks like I do manage to see 1 bunker right there, losing 1 Zergling, not the biggest deal right there, but I do notice he's making a little bit of a wall in right here with supply depots. Really clever play, because if I'm going to be attacking him, I will also need to blow up this depot before I can actually start hitting that bunker. However, by doing those supply depots right at either side, he will not be able to repair the bunker easily. So it's a little bit of a trade-off right there, but it looks like he's just going to add some factory with a reactor, also going to follow it up with a starport as well as a tech lab. So he's most likely going to go into Hellion Banshee production, maybe getting some Widow mines later on, because of course this is Heart of the Swarm. However, on the production tab, we already see 9 roaches on the production tab right now, as well as a baneling nest that is right now in production. So here we go, my roaches are already out. I'm going to follow it up with a bunch of Zerglings, as you can see on the production tab. 12 Zerglings on the way right now. My third base is about to be finished. Sadly, he couldn't be scouting this at this point. If he would be able to scout this, I probably would be able to do a bunch of damage. However, I'm going to split up my roaches, only having 3 hitting those Hellions, because I don't want him to see all my Hellions moving out, and or all my roaches moving out, and at this point he really doesn't know about anything of this. So right now, he's really not doing anything at all. He's just checking with one SCV to see what is going on. Actually going to repair that one Hellion. A little bit of a cute play right there. But here we go. My banelings are already morphing in right now. This is a pretty early baneling timing. And I'm actually going to catch him pretty much off guard. Because how many units does he have right now? Well, his first Widow mines are out right now. He's most likely going to burrow those pretty much in time. However, I'm already here with my Zerglings, with my banelings. He's actually going to waste the 2 shots off his Widow mines. Just on 2 Zerglings in total. So here my banelings are already coming in. I'm actually going to first target fire the depot, and then I decide no, that's not the best thing to do. So here we go, I actually do manage to blow up quite a lot of banelings right here, and I also managed to pick up some more right here, doing quite a lot of damage. And as you can see on the production tab, I'm going to follow it up with 13 drones. So right now I have done the damage that I wanted to do. As you can see, 20 workers killed versus one of the best Terran players that is currently playing Heart of the Swarm. So right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I got a little bit lucky right there, because he did manage to kind of fuck up his complete macro right there, or his SCV micro right there. But in general, he can easily pull back from this, especially because he took a really greedy third base. He also has all the tech up that he needs, and he's just now going to start more and more barracks production. However, I'm having a third base up myself. I'm actually droning that up as we speak. I'm still having a few units right here in case of counterattacks, and I'm having some nice creep spread going on as well. Already being about halfway across the map, I would say, but really, it's not looking bad at all right now for me. If you take a look at the income tab, it's almost 60 harvesters versus 49. Of course, we gotta calculate in those mules that do a shit ton of mining for every player. They are actually the equivalent of like 6 SCVs, if I'm not mistaken. So they do quite a lot of work right there. Of course, they do expire after some time. However, it's not looking over just yet for Dragon. He's actually already starting +1/+1. And meanwhile, on the other side of the map, I'm going to start my lair right now. Going to just get some more gas geysers going. Also some more gas geysers in my third base right here, as well as a macro hatchery. And as you can see, I'm a little bit behind on supply right now, but that is because I'm teching out pretty hardcore. I'm also only just now getting macro hatcheries and whatnot, so I'm not really aiming to get a lot of supply out. However, I see that he does opt to do a little bit of a pressure right here. He's going to burrow a few Widow mines, which are incredibly strong units, and he's also going to secure his third base. But right now, I see that he's moving on the creep, and he does decide to move back for now. However, I'm already creating 20 Zerglings on the production tab right now. She's going to knock down those rocks, which will make this pathway back into my third base a lot harder to actually get into. And I'm also going to actually start working on those rocks. Yeah, there we go. Actually going to start working on those as well as an infestation pit already going up, and double evolution chamber as well. So just stacking up as hardcore as I can. I'm also going to make a few more overseers right now, because those overseers will be required to actually snipe down all those Widow mines that he has on the map, and that I know about. But right now, I'm kind of thinking he must be going for that third base. So what am I going to do? Well, I can either respond by, of course, attacking, or I can wait before he attacks and actually just catch his army completely off guard, because he's most likely not gonna have tanks when he has this many marauders out, right? So here we go. He's actually going to put down a pretty damn nice scan right now, actually putting up a lot of creep right now. And I don't really want to be engaging this, because my +1/+1 is pretty damn late. Also, I don't have my infestors out just yet. However, I'm just going to move out a little bit, going to dance a little bit with the marines that I have. He actually does see everything that is going on, and he actually does have some nice Widow mines right here, actually doing a lot more damage than they would normally do. However, he has pretty much everything going and he's going to stim in and actually run for it. What am I going to do? I'm actually just going to move back for now. Actually making some more roaches because I feel like that would be a pretty nice counter to what he has. Of course, he has a bunch of those hellbats right now. Those are actually being transformed out of those Hellions. Those are really, really good against Zerging, so I need a few roaches in my army composition as well. I'm also going to add a first infestor right now. And as you can see, the pathogen glands upgrade is about halfway done. But as you know, in Heart of the Swarm, they changed the infestor around quite a bit. Infestors aren't as strong as they used to be anymore. And he still has this third base mining. Whereas I have only 4 or 3 bases as well right now. Not having the 4th base up yet is really, really hurting me. I actually should have taken his 4th base a lot earlier. Because right now, he's just out macroing me. He's doing it really, really cleverly. He's not having any tanks up just yet, however. He's just getting Marine Marauder Medevac. But since they buffed the Medevac, it's actually going a lot stronger right now. But here we go. Looks like I'm going to be engaging a little tiny bit. And here we go. I'm actually going to engage into this army right now. He's having all those Hellbats that take up a lot of damage from the banelings. And I'm actually not doing the best target firing that I can. However, well, it looks like I'm going to maybe clean up this army so far, but I'm losing a lot of units right now. I'm actually going to lose most of what I'm having. Really terrible engagement right there by me. I actually should never engage off the creep. This is rule number 1 for any kind of Zerg player. You do not want to engage off creep because of the big advantage that the Terran player has versus banelings in that case. And here we go. He's actually going to go for a counter attack. And of course, he is knowing what he's doing. He will be able to split up his army really, really nicely because he's a really good Terran player and he will not get caught by all those banelings because he has a bunch of marauders right here. Of course, the banelings will roll into the marauders, making them pretty much useless. And here we go. I'm going to engage with my tiny small army right here. If I get some nice hits on those marines, I might be able to pull back from this game. However, it looks like it's already too late. He's already having so much more supply than me, doing a much better job at macroing than I did. And here we go. I'm actually going to put up a last ditch effort, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. It's an honor to play the best or one of the best Terran players in the Heart of the Swarm beta, but it looks like I am not good enough versus this guy. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an awesome day. Don't forget to smile and I'll see you again. Bye.